What's going on, guys? I'm just getting set up here on YouTube. Hope you guys had a great trading day out there. I'm just getting everything set up here, guys. Again, hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. I'm just trying to set everything up. Small caps. Where we at? Small caps. Posted there. We'll post there as well. All right. And we're good to go. Okay, guys. Let me post on social media quick, and then we'll be ready to go. JAGX trying to make new highs. That was an overnight idea. What's going on, guys? Alright, so let me post this on social media quick here. And then go like this, go like that, boom. Okay. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Okay, so we're going to go BNGO. We're going to go SOS. We're going to go FT. Almost sounds like Hefty. DDD was another one. And lastly, we'll do CBAT. All right, cool. We're live. All right, guys. Cool, guys. So we're live here at NoMagnalTrading.com. See if it makes it there. 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. A crazy day for me. Honestly, I know it looks good with the numbers and all, but again, you can't look at the numbers. Can you guys hear me? Let me go live on TikTok now. Cool. Posted that as well. All right, guys. So you guys can hear me? Good to go. All right, guys. So, good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. As always, you know, it was a very frustrating day for me. And mainly because, you know, I fat-fingered so many stocks today. And it has to do with the new brokerage that I'm using. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm working with them on the back end. I'll explain it here in a little bit. But I hope that you guys had a great trading day out there. I hope that you guys traded well. I hope you guys are, you know, making sure every day is better than yesterday. Always trying to critique your strategies and trying to fine-tune everything day in and day out. But yeah, I mean, today was a very, very, you know, believe it or not, P&O-wise, a solid day. But, you know, I was only up, and I say only, but this is all relative, guys. You know, this all started from $1,000, okay? On my account, I have $1 million account, so on my account, I'm only up 16 to 17% on my account. You know, I can do better than that. But 5 green days in a row, and in those 5 days, guys, we have had 6-figure days for the past 5 days in a row. Just incredible stuff. I didn't realize how much longing and shorting was going to open me up in my trading career. But it truly, truly has opened me up in my trading career, guys. I mean, it's kind of incredible the way that I look at stocks now, because if I don't like it long, then I look at it from a short perspective, and I'm always trying to like narrow down my top 2 or 3 and maybe build positions throughout the day. But, you know, opening up the longing and shorting of my trading game, guys, has changed me, I can tell, forever. I mean, I'm not very stressed at all. I'm just kind of holding the stocks that I feel comfortable with, and I put the percentages on my side. And FTFT was my big winner today. We made over $120,000 on a long on that one. We were in 424, out 535, 536. So that was a big trade. But other than that, it was a lot of just mistakes and piss poor trading and not making the right decisions throughout the day. And I know it sounds crazy for me to sit here and say, well, I can do better. And the reality is we can all do better, okay? I could have made a ton more today. And that's just me trying to push things to the next level, all right? We're all at certain points in our trading career, but I want you to know, you know, this all started from $1,000. It truthfully did. You know, I'm always going to be transparent and honest with you guys. And I'm now taking that $1,000 and turned it into, I believe, just under $6.3 million in 265 business days. Okay? So, you know, things are possible, guys. You just have to open your mind up and push yourself to take things to that next level. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of the OGs, like for Joseph Ferguson, I think you've been with me for a little bit. You guys have seen me start to really take the next step into the new year. You know, it all started the very last day at the end of the new year. But I truthfully have to give it up to the brokerage that I'm using because, you know, without them, this wouldn't be possible. I can long and short stock, so it changes the whole mindset up here, guys. And I never can really overtrade. And so, you know, being long and short stocks, it makes things tougher. But over time, I didn't realize how open my mind was going to get when I would be long and shorting stocks. And it actually creates me to be more patient. You know, I was looking at FTFT and I'm like, all right, this has a lot of opportunity. It's very volatile with a ton of liquidity. And I started looking at it and I explained to you guys, I said, you know what, this is going to be make or break here soon. You know, I literally posted it in chat. I said, this has been consolidating for a long, long time now. It's been 3 or 4 hours. The stock's up a big percentage gain. I said long or short, can't get comfortable with either, but this much consolidation I can't short. And this was the chart at the time. I couldn't short it at the time because I felt like this was holding VWAP. We had the $4 reclaim there, and then we tapped for and reclaimed that as well. So we're building higher lows into the close with a stock that's up 150%. And generally when the stock's up 120 to 150 to maybe 110%, I generally, and it's consolidating like that all day and it's not falling, I generally think it can squeeze and squeeze pretty good. Especially because you have to realize, you know, when this consolidation is happening, there's shorts that are trying to take this down. And then there's longs trying to find this back up. And everybody in here is competing, right? You have, this traded, I think, $2 billion plus today. I mean, insane stuff. And it's only fun to look forward to in the new year to see all this liquidity because it's only going to create more opportunities for us as traders. But in here, guys, right, you have what's called a consolidation area where, you know, buyers are trying to win and sellers are trying to win. And who's going to win? Well, obviously the buyers did. And I was explaining in chat, you know, I was trying to give you guys a full-on explanation of what my thought process was going into FTFT. And it really was, I felt like FTFT had the most opportunity in the entire stock market because of how much volume it had traded in one day, how much the stock was up, and how much it was consolidating consistently throughout 3-4 hour span. I always say the bigger the consolidation, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the breakout. And so I said long or short, can't get comfortable with either, but this much consolidation, I can't short it, which means I cannot short the stock. I can't get comfortable shorting it. I feel more comfortable longing it. Just short it. Just yet more of a long look to could squeeze out shorts into the close. Insane volume, traded well over $1 billion on the day. So I kind of felt like it was make or break. And just because, you know, it can only consolidate for so long before it either breaks down and is over or breaks up. And I just kind of have that gut feeling sometimes. You know, I've been trading now for about 3 years, 3.5 years now, and kind of looking at this and realizing that, you know, I've seen this time and time again, and I've seen them break up and I've seen them break down. But I had the mindset where once I saw this reclaim 4, I started to long it on the reclaim, right? And then in these dips, I started to long as well, and I almost stopped out. If it got below 430, I was going to stop out. My average was 424.9. And the reason being is because, you know, we're getting into the close, and I wasn't going to hold that much size into after hours. This was the one stock that I actually tried to get this much size on. The rest of my fat fingered the hell out of. And then as you guys can see, we broke out nicely. If I show you guys the chart, the current chart, right? So, this is the current chart. So I was long right in here, 424, and then the shorts started to get scared right in here. And just look at the amount of volume that was going through, guys. You know, right here, 2 million shares, 2 million shares there, right here at 578, okay? And you can see, I mean, 2 million shares on the 1 minute candlestick. Guys, that is like $25 million on 1 minute candlestick, okay? Just insane. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Or I'm sorry, not 25 million, 2 million, yeah. You're welcome for my math. I'm sure there'll be, but anyways, so 2 million. Yeah, so we traded about $10 million just on that 1 minute candlestick. In those 3 minutes, we traded about $25 million, okay? And then we squeezed up even more after hours. I mean, this thing was just insane. It was truly nuts. But I knew that if we started to consolidate and started to perk back up, the shorts would be scared, you know, out of their minds. And they're not going to hold the short overnight because shorts cost overnight. And they're very, very expensive if you hold them overnight. So we had basically a consolidation here, and I saw this reclaim off 4, and then, you know, in here, and then I started to long it, I believe, in here, and then some more in here. And right here, it was make or break. You know, I like the higher lows, and I like consolidation, but if we got below 430, I was going to stop out just because it could have easily broke down, right? I literally had my hand on the sell button, but it didn't. And we started to perk back up, and then I'm like, okay, right in here was when I knew this was going to probably squeeze. The chances had gone way up just because we had finally hit that next level. And once you get above 475, you're going to see, you know, shorts cover, right? Because it's going into the close. You know, people are going to hold it overnight, and what happens? Boom, right? And we're still holding after hours. Now, I want to explain something that happened to me after hours that was super frustrating. RJ, no, this is not a paper trade. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I'm not a paper trader. I don't paper trade out of 6 or 7 different brokerage accounts. I don't paper trade for a living for 4 years. I don't paper trade as a teacher and a mentor, and I've proven to you guys many times that I'm not. So, but anyways, so there's that. And then we got that squeeze, and I started scaling out. You guys can see my executions here. So, FT, there's my trade. So 108,000 shares at 424.4 was my average. And I started scaling at the total scale average position all out was 535.9. So I was actually really proud of holding through that. All I was looking for was like 505, 510. But it squeezed so fast that I literally it just had squeezed so fast, and I kind of gave it a chance to breathe a second to let me get a little bit more profit out of it. But it went all the way up to 570. And then after I was obviously $6+ a share on that one. But guys, I mean, I traded piss poor today. I mean, it was brutal for me. You know, you guys can see first off, the first fat finger, yesterday I had a fat finger on DJIA. Today it's ANTE, which actually is up after hours. This one I want you guys to continue to watch. It's something that I really think is a decent swing trade because now it has crypto news and people are probably going to swing the cryptos. But anyways, I fat fingered the hell out of this, and luckily, I was able to get out of it somewhat with a decent amount of profit. But I literally was looking for 20,000 shares, and somehow I don't even know how many shares I ended up with. There's something going on with my brokerage where, I click this button and buy, and then I click it, and it like doubles, and then it like keeps taking my position and doubling my position. And all I'm trying to do is like take 5,000 shares at a time. But when I click it 5,000 shares at a time, it then goes 5,000, then it's like 20,000, then 50,000. If I do it really fast, so I'm working on the back end with some of the directors at my brokerage to try and figure that out, because I fat fingered 3 different times today. Yesterday I fat fingered another time. The thing is, I'm just trying to scale in 5,000 shares or 10,000 shares at a time, but somehow I end up with like a $500,000 position. I'm sitting here like, what the hell just happened? I liked ANTE, but I didn't like it that much. So that was the first trade out of the gates, and I basically held that one all day. I sold off the rest right in here, and then, like I said, as a swing trade, that can happen. But as always, for those people who think that this is a paper trading account, I'll put in right now, we're gonna go 4,000 shares on FTFT, and that way you guys can see it. Those of you guys who think I'm a paper trader, in 3, 2, 1, you can see it on the level 2 in time and sales. In 3, 2, 1. Where's the buy? In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you guys saw that? All right, cool. That way we don't have to worry about that. Now I'm going to get out of it. In 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Well, there you go. There's the paper trading account. It always makes me laugh, man. People they just, I don't know. They don't believe it. And the thing is, it is what it is. So we're always going to have haters. We're always going to have that just because I'm starting to get some insane P&Ls, which I can understand. So I just lost $87 for you guys who thought that I was a paper trader. But anyways, so there was that trade. NCTY, guys, mentally, I was so drained on this one. I had to contact my brokerage to get shares short on this one. And, at the end of the day, I was trying to short this, right in here. And I just got stuffed in this consolidation so many times. I took paper cuts long and short, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with it. Of course, then it fades off. I probably lost $20,000 on NCTY today. This was literally, something that, basically is frustrating because, seeing this consolidation here and just looking at this and being like, okay, I'm long, I'm short, I'm long, I'm short, which like literally happened. I was long, then I started building short, and then I started building long, and in there I lost $20 to $25, maybe even $30,000 today on NCTY, and it also cost me $1,700 just to borrow shares short. So that was frustrating to me, and it just man, that ticked me off. And then of course it flushes, and that could have been a big trade. I had 10,000 shares, but that is what it is. So you can see me just getting frustrated here. Okay, so I lost probably 40,000 on NCTY. So there's 7,500 I made back, then 30. I might have lost 50,000 on NCTY, to be honest. Yeah, I probably lost 50,000 on NCTY now that I look at it. And then FTFT, I started longing FTFT. That was a $30,000 winner. $373 in, $4 out on FTFT. Then I tried to short it, and I covered it up quickly for a $900 loss. And then there's that. NXTD, guys. NXTD, $2,100 winner. Okay. NXTD was, one that I ended up fat fingering a little bit, not insane, but I was up $100,000 in here. And this is what I kind of wanted to cover today. I was in a big position on NXTD. I was up 100,000 in here. And then it came all the way back down, right? And I literally ended up, I took maybe $1,000 winner. How much did I, yeah, $2,000 winner. And I'll cover FTFT here in a second, Scott Trader. But I was up over $100,000 in here, and I didn't take anything off because literally my mindset was swing this one into the close and look for 240s and 250s. I really thought that. Bitcoin then fell off, and this thing just looked ugly after that. And I was just like, like I should have taken some off, to be honest. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. You know, hindsight, I take it the same way every time. This on the daily chart looked incredible. Okay, this is just a consolidation area, and I thought today was breakout day. You know, seeing this huge move here with that much volume shows me that there's potential for this thing to have massive volume and to break through the highs. It's already shown it. Now we're just consolidating inside this range, right? And so it's a Bitcoin. As far as I know, it's a Bitcoin name, you know. And so I was up over, and I literally made 2,000. So the moral of the story is, I traded to my plan. It didn't pan out, and I technically didn't lock up over $100,000 in gains, which I could have. But I had a mindset, I had a plan, a process, and a strategy, and really, like, I know that I lost out on 90 to 100,000 plus. But I'm okay with that, because mentally I knew I was going into this trade with my entry, and I was saying, hey, I'm long 173-ish range. I'm looking for 240s and 250s and scaling out in that range. And if we don't get there, then I'm willing to break even, and that's the best I'll do for my stops. And that's exactly what happened. And so I lost out on that trade. Now that's going to happen, but that's because I stuck to my plan, I stuck to my process, and I stuck to my strategy, and I had many reasons why I was long it. It didn't pan out, but you know what? I moved on to the next trades and made up for it later in the day. EBON, I ended up losing on, but let's go ahead and go over the big trade today, guys. I scalped Mara for $7,000 there, but let's go ahead and go over the big trade today, and that was FTFT. Okay, FTFT was one that I was watching, and basically, you know, like I said, I started longing it in here, and then consolidation, and I almost stopped out like right in here because it was make or break for me. I didn't stop out, and this thing then ripped, right? And I had 108. How many shares did I have? I had 108,296 shares. And so I then took the trade, and I knew that the shorts were going to get scared if we got above the 480s, 490s range, and we literally, I sold out with a 535 average, so right where that white line is. But let me tell you what happened after hours. So that was a nice trade. I made $120,000 on that, and I was happy, right? Trade went to plan. I stuck to my plan. I stuck to my, and went from there. But anyway, so in here, guys, this is where I fat fingered again. Okay, I fat fingered this one again right in here. I was trying to take some shares, but not that many shares, and I ended up with a $500,000 position after hours, and I was like, what the hell? And I was up like 20,000, and then I ended up stopping out some in here and some in here. But it ended up being a loser, or a little bit of a loser, but man, or I think I stopped out somewhere in here, I think. But it was so frustrating because I keep getting fat fingered into these stocks and into these huge size positions, and you know, I'm taking losses. I mean, I took $10,000 loss on that because I stopped. You know, it's just too much after hours. And sure, this one might go to 7, and I honestly, I was trying to hold it, but I wanted to do the giveaways and things like that. I honestly think this could go and do that before the close. Well, it's only 30 minutes, but anyways, it's super, super frustrating. And I'm watching FTFT tomorrow. Looks like a BNGO type play. So yeah, there's that, guys. And so, you know, it really just, it sucks because I just keep, I just keep getting fat fingered in, and so I'm working with the brokers to figure that out, because for whatever reason, you know, I have hotkeys, but for whatever reason, I like to use this kind of buy button here, and then I buy it 2,000, and all of a sudden I'm in so much because I clicked it like 6 times, and I'm just beyond frustrated. I'm literally like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what the hell just happened? But anyways, guys, so that was today's trading day. So the FTFT, and then I lost 10,000 on FTFT after hours. It was unfortunate, but whatever. I just keep getting fat fingered in. JagX, I made 25,000 on as well. Jagex. I like the way this thing looked. It's an overnight idea, and we're making a nice move after hours. So I started long in this one, popped up on the scanner, I believe, and I started long in it in here. And then this thing went all the way up, and I was up like $50,000 right in here. But I thought I liked the daily chart, and I really like this one going into tomorrow. But 299 was the key break. I was looking for like 305s and 310 scales, but we literally like got stuffed straight down, and then I started adding back and sold into the close. I'm not going to hold this overnight. I wish that I would have, but I'm not going to just because, it is what it is. But, yeah. So, there's that on that trade. And then, yeah, guys. So, that's pretty much it. So, I wanted to go ahead and go over. So, $169,000 a day. We've now made over $1.2 million in the past 5 days. But I wanted to, so Emma is a 7-year-old who I know someone in chat. I donated $2,000 to their foundation. She gives a check since 2014 to this hospital, and it's in Canada. And so I really saw this, and there's someone in chat who I contacted, and I was like, I'd like to support this, and so I donated $2,000. You can see Caleb Berlin here completed $4,000 donation right there, and then I gave them an extra $2,000 because I believe it's the dad of this. I guess she's a little girl. I donated another $2,000 to them. His wife's, I believe, brother has ALS, and so I really wanted to support that as well. So I donated. I told him I'd give him $2,000, but I really wanted to help him out, his wife's brother as well. So I gave him $4,000 to donate to not only this, but then that as well. So, 1 sec. Someone's calling me. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, guys. So I wanted to donate to them, and so I donated. This wasn't part of the giveaway. This is just a part of the donation. $2,000 to her to donate to the hospital, and you can see every year she's been donating. And then another $2,000 to actually his brother, or his wife's brother, who has ALS. So that wasn't even part of the giveaway. I just wanted to do that because it was kind of one of those things that I felt like it was for a great cause. She's been doing this for so long, yeah. So that is that. So, all right, guys. Sorry, someone's coming to call here. All right, guys. So that's that. And then I wanted to, let's see here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. So I wanted to do that, and then is FTFC is over 6. Yeah, I knew it. 605. And then lastly, I wanted to do the giveaway, guys. To what's his face? It was Chris Weaver. So Chris, are you on Instagram? Chris, are you on Instagram? Oh, I have to resend that. Can you guys hear me? All right, guys. Well, actually, I have to head out. I got a friend coming over. I have the other giveaway going. Hopefully, you guys can subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, guys. And yeah, Yeah, I wanted to do that giveaway. I still have to give Chris Weaver his giveaway, but I don't see him on here, and I think my sound's not working. But I'll do the giveaway. And then, as always, guys, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Cheers, team.